Grace and peace. This is Jeremy. I'll be coming to you this week with our Mad Minute. This week, we will be discussing miracles. It'll be a familiar passage, the passage that Bishop used this past week, Matthew chapter 14. As you know, as the chapter starts off, talks about how Herod had beheaded John the Baptist. Now, our story is going to pick up right after that. John the Baptist is now beheaded. His disciples heard of this. They knew that it happened. They went and they told Jesus. Jesus heard this information. He took it in and he went to a desert place, a deserted place, a barren place, the Bible lets us know. Now, as he was in this place, people from the towns that were around it heard that he was here. And they in droves came to where Jesus was at. Now, as they came, Jesus was moved with compassion, and right then and there, he healed their sick. He knew what they were there for. And as he healed them, time passed. And as evening came around, the disciples realized that these people were here a long time and are probably hungry. They said, Jesus, listen, we don't have any food. It's best if you send them to the towns, to the villages that are nearby, so they can buy themselves something to eat. Jesus, being who he is, asked, what do we have? And that's when they answered, 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Now, when you hear that, and you know that there was a multitude of people that came, you know that 5 loaves and 2 fishes is not enough to feed a multitude of people. 5 loaves and 2 fishes wouldn't even do well for a family of 4. So, now as Jesus heard this and he looked around, he took these things, these loaves and this fish, and he blessed it, and he broke it, and he gave it to the disciples to hand out to the multitude of people. Now, as this happened, something miraculous happened. All of a sudden, this 5 loaves and this 2 fish was enough that everyone got fed, and everyone was fed well and was filled. Now, the question starts to come into mind, how many people was it? When we look at the scripture, it tells us there was 5,000 men, and beside them, women and children. So we know for sure there was at least 5,000. We have no idea how many women and children it was. So this amount of people had to be at least 5,000 plus. Yet, when all of this was done, there were leftovers. There was enough to fill up 12 baskets with fragments of this food that started off as only 5 loaves and 2 fish. It was enough residual effect of this miracle that people could be sustained. People were able to eat more. People were able to even share with others maybe. The scripture doesn't tell us, but we do know that this miracle left a residual effect. That's the God that we serve. That he's able to bless us in such a way that our miracle is able to be a miracle for someone else. Our blessing can be a blessing for someone else. Our breakthrough can have a residual effect and show someone else how to break through. What's your miracle? What is that thing that God has done or is even doing for you that you know there's residual effects of? You know that there are leftovers of that breakthrough. We're living in an uncertain time. We're living in a time when people are questioning things. People are unsure if they should go outside. People are just uncertain. Yet we know that we serve a certain God, a God that has the ability to answer each and every single one of our prayers in a mighty way. Be blessed. Know that the miracles that are coming our way are going to be so great that there's going to be leftovers. Grace and peace once again. Be blessed.